So this is a good question. I have a student asking that will provide you guys some value here. He says he's already memorized the NBME content like I've discussed, and he's scoring low 240s on his last NBME, and he wants to know if he can get to 250. Now look, I know many of you might be just trying to pass USMLE, but the question here when we distill it down is that I've talked repeatedly about memorizing the NBME content, okay? And the student is asking, well, I've already done that. Now, what do I do to further get my score up? Should I be going through the NBME content again? Should I be going back to UWorld? What should I do here? So I will address this point. Before we get started, allow me to be an asshole like I usually am. Tell you to subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. Help grow this channel. Share with one of your friends prepping for USMLE. Help build awareness for this channel. Hit the like button. Hit the bell if you want notifications. Find me on Instagram at Melman_medical, MEHLMAN_medical. Link is down below. And find me on Telegram. Recently created a Telegram group and channel. Links are down below. Now let me address this fucking question here as far as what should you do to further increase your score if you've already gone through the NBME content like I've chatted about? And the answer is you, as an umbrella statement for most students, because I would have to meet with a student and discuss specifics of his or her prep because it's never cookie cutter. But for most students, the answer would be to continue reviewing that NBME content. If you've already memorized all of the NBME material, you are within 2 to 3 weeks of your exam. This student's 2 weeks out, he says. So you are going to continue reviewing that material. I've talked about screenshotting your incorrects from the NBMEs into a Word document, saving as a PDF or PowerPoint. Okay, well, you're going to review all of those incorrects. Make sure you heavily have ingrained that material, okay? And then you are going to go back through the corrects from those forms, okay? I literally want it to be, literally, where you can look at the unanswered, unhighlighted NBME questions and say, yep, that one's A, that one's D. It's not just one pass necessarily. Think about it, how there's a lot of students who think they should be doing 2 passes of UWorld. Waste your fucking time. If anything, this notion of maybe doing a second pass of NBME material, okay, that's going to be beneficial. You're within a couple weeks of your exam. You need to make sure you have that NBME content down. I've never discussed this notion of doing a second pass of NBME content per se, but I have discussed that you really need to assiduously memorize it. So yes, if you want that greatest score augmentation possible in the weeks prior to your exam, you need to do everything you can to further internalize the NBME material. Forms 20 through 30 for step 1, and then for step 2, 9 through 11, as well as the NBME subject-specific forms, the Clinical Mastery Series forms. Okay? You know the deal. I'm going to continue making more content. If you like my stuff, subscribe to my channel. And I appreciate your time. That's it.